This morning, a report was released by three different House committees that have been conducting an inquiry into how President Biden may have engaged in impeachable conduct and abused his office in order to enrich his family. And wow, the report cites overwhelming evidence alleging that the Biden family received tens of millions of dollars from foreign interests by, quote, leading those interests to believe that such payments would provide them access to and influence with President Biden. Wow. Since the committees did not formally recommend Congress to move forward with impeaching President Biden, what does all this mean in the coming days? Well, joining me now to discuss this and more is Congressman Pete Sessions. He serves on one of those three committees, the House Oversight and Accountability Committee. He represents the 17th Congressional District of the great state of Texas. Congressman Sessions, welcome back to Washington Watch. Good to see you.
Jody, thank you very much. I know she didn't admit that you and I know each other pretty well.
Absolutely. Well, I'll admit it now. Pete and I go way back, and I can't tell you, it was great to serve with you in Congress and in the Oversight Committee, and great to have you now on the program with us. All right, let's start with what the committee's discovered. Give me the lowdown.
Well, the first of all, and I want to go back a little bit, if I can, Mr. Chairman, because I think it's important for the American public to know that when Donald Trump was the president of the United States of America, the United States House of Representatives formally moved to where they would offer evidence of and open up on an impeachment issue. And during that period of time, the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation aided and helped not just the House of Representatives, but the committees. And there were three of them that became deeply involved in the impeachment of the President of the United States. That was done because it was considered official business of the House of Representatives. Well, all of a sudden, when it became Joe Biden, the administration, the Department of Justice, changed their tune, including instructions to the Federal Bureau of Investigation about not becoming involved in what was official business by the House of Representatives, where it dealt with a vote on the floor and moving forward. And so I think it's important to note that courts and the American people are not used to members of Congress giving information about criminal referral matters. And that's exactly what's happened here. So, as you may recall, Congressman Heist, that when the Department of Justice and the FBI were pushed even further, they said, well, we will comply if the House actually moves legislation from the body that they did not think we could do. And they moved that then to us, saying that's when we become engaged. They've not been engaged. They've not allowed their investigators, who I would remind you that if you lie to a federal investigator, it is a criminal matter that you can be held liable for. And so we show up with investigators without a badge, without a gun, with subpoena authority, but not with those things that would come with a court order behind them. So I think it's important to note that this, for the last 2 years or more, this investigation has gone on with hearings, investigations, official inquiries of the United States House of Representatives, and we've been lied to. We have been denied access, and yet we have also received a great deal of information, not only from banks, but also business information and people who came and gave testimony to the committee and to the subcommittees about the activities, up to and including official employees of the IRS who spoke very plainly about how they were after money that came from suspicious reports given through bank, that a bank provided the information, and they were denied the ability to move forward by the Department of Justice asking information, not just about Hunter Biden, but then also about what was the president of the United States. And this is what has caused Republicans to jump up and down so hard for that during President Trump, the Department of Justice operated in a fair and balanced way with the Department of Justice and with their investigators, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And now we are denied both of those avenues, and they call it political witch hunt.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Listen, we've got less than a minute. Where's this go from here? What would you like to see happen next, real quickly?
Well, I think, Jody, that Congressman, what you've seen happened is the committee has now decided that now that President Biden is on the backside of his career, his downside, that we're going to release the information. We're going to let the American people know some $27 million directly related to criminal activity by the President of the United States. And
27 million.
$27 million.
Wow. Wow. Congressman Pete Sessions from Texas, always great to see you. Thank you so much for coming on Washington Watch, breaking this down. Look forward to talking with you more as this continues to go forward.